everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Petra and today I'm just going to do a look on a basic, it's just going to be a basic look using the Morphe 350 palette. Let's get started. I'm going to start with the Nars. This is my favorite. It's like a tinted moisturizer, but I actually think it goes on more like I don't know, light to medium coverage foundation. It's the Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and I like it because it has an SPF, and I always am crazy about making sure that I use an SPF on my skin. I'm going to put it onto my dry beauty blender actually. I kind of like using the beauty blenders dry sometimes, especially with a tinted moisturizer. It's nice because it doesn't actually like soak up as much of the product. So I'm just gonna kind of, whoa, let's be careful there. So I'm just gonna, and try not to get it in my hair, which I should have pinned it, but I didn't, so let's just deal. I even love the smell of that foundation. The next thing I'm going to do is, I've already moisturized my under eye area, so I am going to go in with my YSL, this product, which is the skin correctors they have, and you just click it, and then I'm going to just add it right into my dark spots there under my eye, and I actually just blend in with my finger on this. And then I'm gonna take, this is my favorite, I use this for the concealer. I use the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer by Tarte. That's like my go-to. It's somewhat moisturizing and doesn't get into the cracks quite as bad. I just kind of dab it just a little bit. I don't use a ton because I feel like if I use too much, it does start getting into the cracks a little too much, and I really want to avoid that. So I'll just take my dry beauty blender again, and then I will highlight just a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Naked, the Urban Decay, the Weightless concealer, which I really like, is in the shade Light Warm. So just gonna add a little bit under here. Maybe up a little bit more on the forehead, my laugh lines, and then go back in with my beauty blender. Boom, done with that. Then, okay, so the next thing I'm gonna go in with is a little bit of under eye powder here, and I'm gonna actually try the, I just got, with the VIB sale, I got the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette here, the contour kit, which I really like. And I'm going to take this yellowish little color here, just very dab. I'm gonna very dab. I'm gonna dab it gently and just like set my under eye with that. Gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with that yellowish color in the palette. It's called Lyric. It actually does have a name, so. So the next thing is brows. Got to get those brows showing up a little bit more. I don't get too crazy with my brows either, so I buy the Brow Wiz by Anastasia, which I love actually. I was like, really? Like $21, $22, whatever this costs, for a little tiny pencil that I go through so quickly, but I swear it just like glides on so easy. I love it. And I'm not so big on doing the whole Instagram brow, like the perfectly carved brow that is just perfect. So I'm just gonna do a little filling in, just kind of what I would do on an everyday basis. I honestly don't like, sorry about that, I have the camera set on the table and it's frustrating because I'm trying to figure out my setup. I'm new, as you guys know, so I'm trying to figure out lighting and all that, and right now I have the camera here set on the table, and I know it's not the best setup, but I bump the table and you'll maybe see a little shake of the camera. You know, I know, I'm an amateur still, so just bear with me. I think I was talking about something and I just realized I was talking about my brows or something, wasn't I? I don't even know. Oh my gosh, wow. Brows are done. They're as good as they're gonna get today. So moving on. Okay, so let's prime those eyelids. I use the Milani eye primer. I love this. This is like so cheap. I think it's like, I wanna say it's like $3 to $5. I'm gonna give that a little second to set for a minute, and then I'm gonna go in with, I just got this Cheek-a-thon palette from Sephora, the VIB sale, once again. I actually spent enough money to move up into the rouge status, which is really funny because that's a lot of money to spend for the year, I think, and I just am like, oh, I'm already to the rouge status, so that's the most I've probably ever spent on makeup in my entire life, so it's crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna use this, and it looks like this on the inside here. Oh! Oh! Shoot. Okay, thank goodness nothing broke. You know what? This comes out. Wow, that's kind of scary. This comes out of that little box. That little box is like, it's like a little container. Well, that's really actually cute, but it's not cute if that would have fallen on the floor and broken. So it actually sets in here like this. I'll hold on to it this time. And it has all these little shades. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid now. So Dandelion, has Hula, the Rocketeer, which this is gorgeous. I thought that was gonna be kind of like the cheap shade in here, but that shade is actually really gorgeous on the highlighted cheeks. Dallas, which I haven't used much of yet, and Coralista. So this whole palette is awesome if you want like a combination of like bronzer, contour, blushes, and like a little highlight there. So anyways, and it also comes with this little cute brush that they say to use with it, which I don't always use. I use it some, as you've seen, I use it, but it fits right in there. So anyways, okay, so moving on now after that debacle. Going to go in with this big fluffy brush, this Morphe E2 brush, which is so awesome. And I'm going to take a Dandelion shade, because they say in the little palette thing, or the little like, you get like a little instruction kind of card how to use all the shades. And so I'm gonna actually do this all over my face, which sounds crazy. So I'm gonna try this and see if it adds that nice glow. It says it might add like a nice little glow, so we're gonna see what happens. The one thing about this Dandelion shade, or maybe the shades in here, is they all kind of have an interesting like smell. I don't know if I like the smell. It's like kind of a rosy kind of smell. If you don't mind fragrances, then you're probably fine. But see, yeah, that like barely shows up like anything on my skin. So I'll probably just use it as like, I could probably use it as like just a little setting powder. So anyways, then going to take Hula, which is everybody's favorite, and do a little bronzing up here. This brush feels like such a dream. Oh my god, I love these brushes. They're amazing. Okay, enough of that palette for now. We'll probably come back to that one in a bit. The next thing, so now that my eyes are ready to go here, I feel like, I'm going to go in with this Morphe palette. So the first shade that I'm going to take is, I'm going to take this shade right here, that light shade, and then I'm just going to actually take that all over my eye so everything else blends out really nice. And this is this brush, I am using the Sigma E40 brush. Next shade, I'm going to go in with this little chickadee shade here, same brush. I'm going to use this as kind of like a all over shade. I blend that up pretty high. I have pretty deep set, like hooded eyes here, so I like to use the shades up to the brow bone. Almost up to the brow bone, not all the way. I leave a little bit of room. I'm going to actually take, this brush is already a little dirty, but it has like pretty much the same shades. I'm going to go in with the MAC 217, and I'm going to take a combination of the shade and the shade. Back in with the E40 and just gonna blend that out further. Oh my gosh, my hair is driving me nuts. All right, now I'm gonna hit the lids here with this shade right here. This is one of my favorite shades in this palette. It's this. Just adds like such a pretty sheen to the eye. I don't know, when the light hits it, it's really pretty, I think. So I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. And then taking the MAC 217 again and just kind of blending that together. Okay, then I'm gonna take this little cheapy Coastal Scents number 16 brush. It's got a really tiny little brush on the end, but it's perfect for getting into the corners for the highlight. And I'm gonna take Morphe palette again and right here into this little shimmery shade right there. Then I'm gonna take this little e.l.f. shader brush and go into that bone light color again and highlight, brow. Really sure I'm liking the center of my lids as much here, so I am going to actually take this fancy palette. I'm gonna take the shade from the Metal Matte palette, which I should do a tutorial on because this is a gorgeous palette. I love how different this palette is than a lot of the other stuff out there. I'm gonna take Glitz, which is like a pink shimmery shade, and I'm gonna take that same brush I had, which was, oh, I didn't even tell you, this one is just an e.l.f. It's like a concealer brush. It's pretty stiff, the bristles, but I'm gonna go back into Glitz, and actually I think I'm gonna wet it with some Fix Plus. Yes, much better. The shades in that Metal Matte palette are amazing. Amazing. You know, I'm so tired of using the word amazing. Like, can we come up with some other words besides amazing and awesome? I feel like those are the two A words that I'm just like, can we not use so many of those words all the time? So this color is just brilliant. It is so unique. So, well, maybe it's not unique. See, look, now I'm trying too hard to come up with the right kind of words. So, and then let's go ahead and take that 217 again. This, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, this one does not have a name on it. I think I got this at Coastal Scents too, but it's like a little pencil brush. So I'm gonna go back into the Morphe palette. I'm gonna go underneath my eyes a little bit more here to really get that lower lash line. And I'm gonna go into these darker shades here. I just want to define it a little bit more. Alright, and last thing, well not last, but going to take, I love this. This is my favorite liquid liner. It's the, Nars, shake it in front of you, the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. Okay, and I'm back. So here it is. It's not quite perfect as I want it to be, but I wasn't gonna take it all off and do it again. It's good enough for now, and I'm going to just put on some mascara. I don't use lashes a lot of the time, so most of my videos may not be using lashes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. That's the one thing I do is clean. Oh my gosh, I actually clean my little brush, or my little, wow, I really cannot talk. I actually clean my eyelash curler off, which I use the Tarte one. I love, every time I do this, it's like, I just love that little, like, the squeeziness of it. I don't know. There are other ones that you just like kind of open and close and there's no little spring inside. I don't know. This one just, I love that. I feel like e.l.f. made one. e.l.f. actually did make one and it was like $1 way back and it was amazing. I should have bought like 5 of them or enough to last me a lifetime because it was so awesome. Awesome, there's that word again. It was fantastic. And then mine broke and I had one and then I found this Tarte one, but it's like, well, this is like the same thing. It's just this is like 20 bucks or something as opposed to the like couple dollar one that I bought from e.l.f. So anyways, here we go. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. This is one thing I actually don't see on YouTube a lot is people curling their eyelashes, and this is something I have done my entire life. Like, I think this is an amazing way to just get a quick like pop of the eye because of using an eyelash curler. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe people use them and they just use them off camera or whatever, but I love them. My mom has shown me how to use them ever since I was like, you know, when I was able to start wearing makeup, which really wasn't until like high school. And I have really fine lashes, so me using like a crimper, that's a different product altogether. But me using like an eyelash curler is one of my favorite things. Yeah, enough. Blah, blah, blah. So going in with eyelash curler, and what I like to do is, I'll show you how I do one, is I crimp and hold for about 10 seconds. And then I will go up the lash a little bit and I will crimp again. Crimp, I keep saying crimp, it's curl. I will curl and then I go to the very tip, or almost the tip. It's like 3 little crimps, and then I'll go back to the base and I'll curl again. And be careful not to pinch that eyelash or your skin, because that is the worst feeling. It hurts badly if you pinch it. And yeah, I like to kind of go up my lashes slowly because that gives a gradual curl as opposed to just crimping your lashes like this and then getting like an L shape. All right, eyelashes curled. So now I'm gonna go in with my mascara that I like the best. I use a waterproof mascara all the time because my eyelashes are so fine that they will straighten with a very heavy mascara. So I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof. This is my, as Jaclyn Hill would say, ride or die. This, if I would have done that video, this would have been mine. I love this mascara. Till this one starts to get a little old, then I will notice that it flakes a little bit more, but honestly, I love this. It is like, for me, better than some of those high-end mascaras out there. So if you want a cheap like $6-7 mascara, this is the one, I think. It's actually getting a little bit tacky and old. I have a backup, so probably gonna switch that out soon. When they get dry, it's good. Like, everybody loves that consistency, but when they get tacky, that's when it's kind of like, ugh, it's time to like Renew. So then I like to go over it with I have like different kinds of mascara that are not waterproof. I'll go over it sometimes with this Tarte. The name is rubbed off of this, and I always forget if this is the Lashes and Flashes. What is this one? I can see it. Lashes, this purple tube. And then the other mascara I use sometimes is the Scandal Eyes, which is totally like a thick brush. It's a brush like this. It is like, it's like the, which one is that by Too Faced? The Better Than Sex brush. And this actually goes on super thick like that too, and it's really nice, but that one is definitely a heavy mascara. Here we go, let's put a little bit of this. Alright, and that is it for the eyes for the most part here. So I'm just going to finish up with a little bit of eyebrow gel. I forgot, I'm going to use the Anastasia brow gel here, which I'm almost out, and I don't think I'm going to buy it again because there's so many different kinds of gels out there that, I mean, it's like, it's just eyebrow gel. Like, I don't know. There's an e.l.f. one that's like $3. It's super cheap. But I forgot to do this earlier, so I do like my brows combed into place. The next thing is blush. Let's see here. So I'm going to go back to that Cheek-a-thon palette again. And I'm going to put a little bit of that Coralista shade on with a MAC 129. It's a MAC 129. And I'm going to take Coralista right here. It's like a nice orangey shade. Orange peachy shade. They all have a smell. That's the one thing. I like these blushes though because they like, you can build on them. They're not like super pigmented right away, but they build up to a nice like coverage, I feel. So and then I'm gonna go in with that lovely rock. It says rock on it, and it's this shimmery shade here that I'm gonna just top on the tops of my cheeks. And it's really light. It's not like that like super like, oh, I'm like blinding you from afar glow. It's more of a natural pinkish glow that I really like when I don't feel like really amping up that super powerful glow. Now a lip color. Let's see here, what am I going to pick for? I can't decide if I want to do something fall or if I want to do something more neutral. Alright, I'm gonna go in with this shade by, this is by ColourPop. It's called Frickin' Frack. And I'm gonna put that on. I forget how much I like this color because I feel like it comes off as more of a purpley shade, but I like how it goes with the eyelid color and then the cheeks a little bit. It kind of just like brings it all together. So anyways, that is the look, but I hope you liked it and I hope to see you guys back. So thanks for watching and take care. This piece of hair is driving me nuts. Really? Okay. Okay. Next, where am I going? Where am I going? Oh. Oh, and see, I just pinched. Don't do that. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. It makes me afraid.